everyone, my name is Bruno and I'm gonna present a Bene, a proof of funding platform. The goal of this platform is very simple. It's to enable projects that want to raise funds to do so and to allow contributors who are providing funds to those projects to be rewarded with tokens. These tokens, we call them contribution accounting tokens or proof of funding tokens. So what are the rules of this protocol, of this platform? So it works like this. Project owners deploy a funding vault with the following parameters. The funding token that should be provided as funding to the project, a minimum amount of funding tokens that need to be raised for the fundraising to be considered successful and for the project to start, a deadline, the proof of funding token that will be used to reward the contributors, and the rate of proof of funding tokens that will be given to the contributors per funding token provided. So after this funding vault is deployed, project owners may add or remove proof of funding tokens from the vault at any time. For as long as there are proof of funding tokens available in the contract, contributors can provide any amount of funding tokens to the contract, and they immediately receive a proportional amount of proof of funding tokens to account for their contribution and serve as proof of funding. At any time after the minimum amount has been reached, project owners may withdraw any amount of funding tokens from the vault. And at any time after the deadline, if the minimum amount has not been reached, contributors may return any amount of proof of funding tokens to the vault and withdraw the corresponding amount of funding tokens that they had provided to the vault before. These rules can also be displayed in this more graphical form. So in this chart we have the time in the horizontal axis and the amount raised in the vertical axis. And as you can see, at any time, if you have raised more than the minimum amount, those are the actions that project owners may perform and that contributors may perform. And if the amount raised has not reached the minimum and the time has passed beyond the deadline, then contributors may give back their proof of funding tokens and withdraw the funding tokens that they had provided. Okay, so let's have a look on some examples. So this is an actual example that we had and that we used Ergo Raffle for this. But with Ergo Raffle, then we had to manually distribute the proof of funding tokens, the contribution accounting tokens afterwards. And with this platform that we have built, this distribution will be done automatically. So the stable order needed 5,000 ergs to develop an SDK for Glue on Gold. And with this funding platform, a vault with 5,000 gluons is created with a rate of 1 gluon per erg and a deadline in 2 weeks. And 5,000 gluons are added to the vault. Okay. Then let's suppose that after 1.5 weeks, the goal of raising 5,000 ergs is achieved. The contributors will have received their gluons as soon as they have contributed, and the stable order will be able to withdraw 5,000 ergs immediately after the goal has been achieved. Here's another example. Let's suppose that a group of Ergo community members wishes to produce from 5 to 20 articles about Ergo at a cost of 100 erg per article. They create a new token, let's say ETH, Ergo Articles token, and they create a vault with 2,000 of those tokens and a rate of 1 EAT per erg. The minimum amount is set to 500 erg, and the deadline is set to 2 weeks from now. So then let's suppose that after 1 week, the minimum goal of raising 500 ergs is achieved. So at that point, the group can already withdraw the 500 erg and start producing the minimum number of articles, like 5 articles. Then as time passes and the community sees that the group is delivering the articles, more contributors may provide more ergs and be rewarded with the remaining EATs that are there in the vault, right? They're up to 2000 EAT. Now, if this initiative happens to be working really well, the group may decide to increase the number of EATs in the contract to 10,000 and to allow the community to continue contributing to the production of up to 100 articles in total now. Now let's have a look on another example. So let's suppose that a dev team promises to use the latest technologies to do something extremely amazing, and they're asking for 5 million ergs with a deadline in 2 weeks. And those who contribute will be rewarded with a proof of funding token that is now called super duper blockchain tokens at a very preferential rate. So it's a very great bargain and nobody should miss out. And let's suppose that after 1 week, things are looking really good, right? And the team manages to raise 3 million ergs. But then their too good to be true promises get exposed as just a huge soup of buzzwords, and the community stops funding. So after the deadline, those who had been lured into providing funding for this scam can safely give back their SGBs to get their ergs back. So with this very simple set of rules, we can cover a wide variety of use cases, such as, for example, donations. These proof of funding tokens, they can serve as proof of donation tokens, right? Something that doesn't have like a monetary value, but they are still valuable as a proof that you have made something good, right? That you have donated to a certain cause, to a certain project. They can also be used for crowdfunding. So in this case, the contribution accounting tokens or the proof of funding tokens could later be exchanged for goods produced by the crowdfunded project. This platform can even be used for traditional startup funding, a traditional sale of tokens for a fixed price. It could be used, for example, for sales of event tickets, where the tokens represent tickets to an event with a minimum and a maximum capacity. And the original use case that made us develop this platform is this use case of benefactions, right, that we have in the stable order. This idea that we are working together and contributing to our projects, and these contributions may be both in the form of labor and capital, and both of these types of contributions are treated equally, and they both receive tokens to account for their contributions. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the platform, and I hope everyone will have lots of success raising funds for interesting projects. And yeah, thank you. Please get in touch and contribute to our projects. These are our social media links. Follow us, join us in our channels. Yeah, thank you.
Hey, it's Josemi. I'm going to show a demo of the Bene Fundraising platform. So this is the available projects list. All of these projects can be funded by any user. Contributions page is the projects where the user has contributed. My projects is a list with all the projects that the user owns, and there is a formulary with to submit a new project. So the idea is to select a token, but actually for the demo we are going to mint a new token. So for example, set the token amount to 1000, take 1 ERC or 0 ERC for ERCs per token. This will be max ERCs token to 10 and a minimum of 1 ERC token, and let's say 9 days until the user found. So just image, for example, this and the project link. So in this this is the content of the project, and this is a description. So this will execute a transaction and will mint these tokens. So then we can see the transaction was submitted, and we need to wait. But now I'm going to contribute to another token. So to another project. So for example, to this project, in the detail page we can see all the info of the project, how many time left. The time left is in block number of blocks, but it's translated to how many time, and this is a progress bar of the current amount of tokens, the maximum amount of tokens, and the minimum amount of tokens to make the refund if it's not raised. So let's contribute. Well, currently I'm the owner with this wallet. So this is another page with the other browser, with other wallet, and if I use it, I only see the the user actions. So I can contribute. I can't refund because the deadline is not in the deadline. So I will contribute with one token, for example, was 8 tokens was sold for now. So I will submit it. That's the transaction ID, and that's it. So well, that's it. Is the demo.